when I say that concept of, no, that's right, of ego and dissolution of the ego, I mean, you say self-transcending in here. When you hear those words, what do you think?
I think of it, I mean, I don't actually use the word dissolution of the ego because I'm not quite sure what it means, and it sounds scary to a lot of people. I think there are moments when, say, one's carried along by incredibly beautiful music and one's absorbed in the music. One's not thinking about oneself and, you know, one's own concerns and, you know, one's, you know, monetary concerns or social worries or financial concerns or worrying about what people think about you. You're just absorbed in the music. Or if you're in a kind of state in the natural world where you're just absorbed in the beauty of the thing, again, you're going beyond your own self. Or if you're having a psychedelic experience where you're feeling yourself part of a vastly greater consciousness, again, you're going way beyond your normal limited concerns. So I think you could call that ego dissolution. The brain correlate of this is the measurable thing in fMRI scans is a reduction in the activity of the default mode network, which is always reinforcing our sense of ego, our worries, and taking us out of the present, because we're either worrying about things that had happened in the past or worrying about what we might be doing next. But it's always taking us somewhere else. I once saw on the underground there was some new computer game being advertised, and it had this picture of someone playing this game, and it said, "Wherever you are, be somewhere else." You see, a lot of modern technology is the exact opposite of the spiritual principle of be here now. And smartphones and apps and searches and all that kind of thing are taking people out of where they are in the present and sit on the underground, and everyone's looking at something, they're all somewhere else. And in some other time, you know, a historical film, where what they're planning to do next. You can only be present in the present. And so I think that insofar as the ego is bound up with all these ruminations and the activity of the default mode network, it is a kind of ego dissolution these spiritual practices can lead to. But as I say, I think a lot of people find that phrase, you know, worrying, and then they'll say, oh, well, you need the ego, you've got to function in the modern world, you've got to be, you know, you've got to earn a living, and it's no one's saying that you're not going to do all those things, but as soon as you say that, it presses buttons for people, and you get all sorts of rather boring reactions.